Good day. The problem or the topic that we are going to deal with is equations. Now, in this case, the type of equations that we are dealing with are to be solved by using ordered pairs. So we have got equations in a table and we are to use the ordered pairs, which means we are to use the x value which is provided, and we are to find the y value. Now, in this case, we have an example that we are going to deal with. 1.1 says copy and complete the table. So we are given the x values, which range from -3 to +3. Then we have got an expression -2x plus 3. So -2x plus 3 is going to be part of our equation. Right, instead of writing it as -2x plus 3 only, it can as well be written as y is equals to -2x plus 3. In that case, it becomes an equation, which means we are to solve for the value of y after substituting x here. All right. Then the second expression that we are having in the table, it's -4x minus y. So in this case, we have got two expressions, and these two expressions are used to come up with an equation. For example, 1.2, question 1.2 here, it says, for which value of x is -2x plus 3 is equals to -4x minus 1. So we have got an equation that is formed by using these two expressions. So we are going to make use of this table so that we find out the value of x that will give us a value which is equal, if we use this expression -2x plus 3, that value is equals to the -4x minus 1. So we are going to find that value of x, which gives us exactly the same value from this expression and from this expression. That's the first question. Then the second one, which is 1.3, it says, for which values of x is -2x plus 3 is equals to -17. This is also an equation. It's another type of an equation. So in this case, we have got this expression, and this expression is giving us -17. So we are to find the x value. So these are the type of two equations that we are going to deal with. So generally we just say, since we are using a table, we say we are using ordered pairs. Right. Now, for us to solve question 1.1, which says copy and complete the table. Copy and complete the table. So we are first of all going to copy it. After copying it, then we calculate the values for each x value that is given. So we are going to substitute the x value into the first expression, then we find the value here. We substitute -2 into -2x plus 3, we calculate it, then we find the value. So we are going to complete all these values. How are we going to do it? Let us now do it here. Now, I've already copied the table here. So it's minus x, sorry. Right, so I've already copied the table here. So we are going to substitute the x value into the x value, into the expression, then we find the value of minus 2x plus 3, right? So here we go. Then we say for x equals to negative 3. For x equals to negative 3, what is going to be the value that we are going to come up with from this one here? So it means we are now going to substitute that value now. Then we say it's negative, then 2. Since we are substituting x, our x is negative 3, so I'm going to substitute that value there. Plus 3. What is going to be our outcome there? Right, we are going to see that when we multiply negative 2 times negative 3, we come up with what? 6, right? Positive 6, then plus 3. Then we are going to now say 6 plus 3, we come up with what? With 9. That's our final answer. So we complete it by entering 9 here. We are done with the first one. Then we move on to the second one. That's for x equals to negative 2. For x equals to negative 2, what is going to be our answer from the first expression? That's negative 2. When we add 3, it is equals to. Then minus 2 times minus 2. Yeah, I'm now going to do it a little bit faster here. So negative 2 times negative 2, it gives us positive 4, right? Positive 4 plus 3, which is going to be 7. So again, I go back to my table, I'm completing it. We get what? 7. Then again, I move on to, remember we are completing. Then I move on to for x equals to negative 1. Which is negative 2 times negative 1 plus 3. Then we get 2 plus 3. Right, then which is 5. Allow me to write 2 equal sign in a row there. Right, so then it seems I'm coming up with a pattern here, the numbers that I'm having here, they are in a pattern. If you can just see, it's minus 3 up to 3. There's a difference of 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So there's a pattern here, which means I can then make use of that pattern now. Because here it started from 9 to 7. I subtracted 2. From 7 to 5, I subtracted 2. So I can continue with the pattern now, making use of the idea of patterns, right? So 5 minus 2, 3. Then again, 3 minus 2, that's 1. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Minus 1 minus 2, we get negative 3. Now, here, I cannot continue with the pattern here because if you can just check here, if you subtract 2 here, you are going to get negative 5. So it means the pattern that we were using here, it doesn't apply here now. Why? Because the numbers are not arranged in order, right? So this block that we are having here shows us then that the pattern that we were doing or that we were using to come up with the next number is not going to be applied here. The numbers are no longer in order. From 3 up to the x value here, they are not in order here. So we have to calculate the value there. Right, so I am done with the first expression, that's minus 2 plus 3. Now, I'm also going to work out the value that I'm going to come up with when I substitute the x, which is equals to minus 3. So, which means for x equals to minus 3, then allow me to make use of this side to calculate the value that I'll come up with for minus 4x minus 1. What is it going to be? Then it means that's minus 3. I'm substituting in the second expression. Minus 1, which is equals to, then we are going to come up with negative 4 times minus 3, we get positive 12. Positive 12 minus 1. Then we are going to come up with equals 12 minus 1, then we come up with 11, which means here my value is 11. That's for x equals to minus 2, sorry, minus 3. Then I move on to x minus 2. What is the expression going to be if we substitute what? Our x by minus 2. Then minus 4 times negative 2 minus 1, which is equals to negative 4 times negative 2, we get positive 8 minus 1. When we subtract 1 there, 8 minus 1, we are going to come up with 7, which means my value here is going to be what? Oh, where's my cursor? Okay. Then my value here is going to be what? 7. Then I move on to x minus 1. for x equals to -1 here, what is going to be the second expression? What is the value that we are going to come up with? So it's -4 multiplied by -1. Then we subtract 1, which then gives us -4 multiplied by -1. We get +4. Then +4 minus 1. And it will then give us, that's equals to 4 minus 1, that's 3. Alright, so we are going to come up with 3. Now, I have got 3 numbers here, right? Remember, my x is in order from -3 up to 3. So I can make use of this pattern that is shown here. It's like from 11, then we subtract what? 4 to come up with 7. Then from 7, we subtract 4 to come up with 3. So I'm also going to subtract 4 from 3, which means I'm going to come up with what now? I'm taking advantage of the pattern because these numbers are in order. There's a difference of 1. So I'm subtracting 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, right? So which means 3 minus 4, it's -1. Then I move on to the next one. That's -1 minus 4. You get -5. Then to the next one, -4 -5 minus 4. You get -9. Then -9 minus 4. You get -13. Right, I cannot continue on to this other one. Remember, there is no pattern, right? We are supposed to calculate the value there. There is no pattern here as is represented or shown by this block, right? It shows that the order that we were using here is no longer the same order here from 3 up to this box here, right? So we have to calculate that one. So in this case, I completed the table by using what pattern? I just calculated the first 3, then I continued the pattern. The first 3 continued with the pattern because these numbers are in order, right? But if you want, you can continue calculating each and every value, whereby you substitute x is equals to 0, you'll find the value. X is equals to 1, you'll find the value. You will find these values. So that's the first question, which says complete. Then this last one here, right? I've just left it out. Why? Because of the second question. We are going to complete that part by using a question number 1.3. All right. Now, so in this case, 1.2, question 1.2 says, for which values of x is -2x plus 3 is equals to -4x plus 1. So we want to find out the value of x that will give us exactly the same value, right? When we substitute it in the first expression, it will also give us the same value as the second expression. So it's very easy. We just go to our table and find out the value, right? Which value of x is giving us the same value for -2x plus 3, which is equals to -4x minus 1. You can see here this is 9, 11. They are different. So we've got 7, 7. So the value of x that gives us -2x plus 3 is equals to minus 4x plus 1 is x equals to 2, right? Right. But before we conclude that it's only x is equals to minus 2, let us find out whether there are also other values. This one is 5, 3, they are different. Then 3, 1, 3, negative 1, different. 1, negative 5, they are different. Minus 1, minus 9, they are different. Minus 3, minus 13, they are also different. So there's only value of x, there's only one value of x that gives us the same value. That is for negative 2x plus 3 is equals to what? Negative 4x plus, sorry, minus 1, which is x is equals to negative 2. So for our question number 2, we can then simply say here, for question 1.2, then we just say that's negative 2x plus 3 is equals to negative 4 minus 1. Get x equals to negative 2. So it means this is our answer, right? So minus 2x plus 3 is equals to minus 4x plus 1 at x is equals to minus 2, right? That's the value there. Then question 1.3. 1.3. Remember that question now, if we go back here, it says for which value of x is minus 2x plus 3 is equals to minus 1, minus 17, right? I repeat again, for which value of x is minus 2x plus 3 is equals to minus 17, right? Now, we are now going to use the calculation now, right? We cannot make use of the table because we have not yet calculated that value, which gives us what? Negative 17. However, we can continue with the pattern if you still remember, right? But some of the values, they are not going to give us the value that we want, right? Remember we were saying we subtract 2, subtract 2, subtract 2, subtract 2, subtract 2, right? So it means from here we subtracted 2, subtract 2, subtract 2, subtract 2, subtract 2, subtract 2. Then we continue on subtracting 2 up until we get what? Negative 17, right? It's going to be a little bit long, right? But for us to quickly find out the value of x here, we can use the calculation method, right? Which means we can then start by saying here, we want to find the value of x. Now we say minus 2x plus 3 is equals to negative 17, right? This is a shorter way of solving the problem, which means we are looking at an equation which says minus 2x plus 3 is equals to minus 17. Then we can see here on our left hand side, there's nothing for us to simplify. On our right hand side, there's also nothing for us to simplify. So I'm going to transpose now. I will transpose 3. I can transpose 3 to go over that side, but the number that is having x is going to be what? It is going to be negative. So personally, I don't want my variable to be negative, right? Because I may forget at the end of the day to divide or to multiply by a negative. So to make my life easy, I will transpose this negative. Sorry, let me then just show you here how I'm going to do it. So I'm just going to transpose negative 2 to the right hand side. And on the straight line here. The rectangle is not, I'm unable to remove it. Anyway, I then have to transpose. I just wanted to draw a curved line there. Let's see here if I can be able to do that. Yeah, thank you. Then I transpose the -2 to go over that side, right? Then the -17, I'll transpose it to the left hand side. So which means it is going to be what now? What is it going to be? Then it's going to be, that's 3. Right, first of all, I transposed the -17. So since it went, since it has gone over the equal sign, it means it is going to take the opposite operation, which means it's going to be +17, right? Then from there, it is equals to, I've also transposed the whole term minus 2x to go over, which means it is going to be what? It is going to be plus 2x, right? Then from there, I simplify my left-hand side, which is equals to what? That's 20 equals to 20 equals to 2x. There's nothing to simplify on the right-hand side. Then from there, I am just going to transpose 2. I transpose 2. Now, in this case, by transposing 2, 2 is just part of the term. So since it is part of the term, we can see that 2 is multiplying x. So since we are transposing it over the equal sign, or moving it over the equal sign, it means it's going to take the opposite operation, which means it becomes what now? It becomes 20 divided by 2. Becomes 20 divided by 2. Okay, I will enter division later on. Divide by 2, or let me just do it this way. That's 20 divided by 2. Normally, I don't want to use the slash because at times it's confusing. 20 divided by 2, which is equals to what? X. Then 20 divided by 2, we come up with 10 is equals to x, right? So it means our x is equals to 10. So I then have to go back to my table. Then my value here is 10. Now I can now completely complete it now. Now I know the value of x. So what is now the value that we are going to come up with here when we substitute it in the expression? So it means then that, allow me to use this part here to say now I'm completing my table now to say for x equals to 10, for x equals to 10, what is now the value that is going to be produced from the second expression? Minus 4x. Remember, I'm multiplying 4 by x, but my x is what? 10. Then minus 1 gives us negative 4 times 10. We come up with negative 40 minus 1. Then we get negative 41. Then, which means I'm now finally done in completing my table. So that's how we do it.